morning, students. Continuing our cross rate calculation of cross rate, we already defined what is cross rate is, right? So cross rate, it is determining two exchange rate with the help of connected pair of currencies. Now, in this given question, they have given this currency symbol is yen. So this currency symbol, both this currency symbol is used both by China and Japan as well. In Japan, it's Japanese yuan, and in China, it is Chinese yen, right? So in the given problem, it is assumed that this currency symbol is Chinese yen. So Chinese yen per sterling pound. That means one sterling pound is equals to 7.3462 yen. In the second quotation, all are one-way quotation. So second quotation, it is given that one sterling pound is equals to one single sterling pound is equals to US dollar 1.6421, right? In the third quotation, it is given that one sterling pound is equals to, this one represents Australian dollar 2.0463. And in the fourth quotation, it is given that this currency symbol is euro. 1 Australian dollar is equals to 0.8457 euros. With the help of above quotation, now we need to calculate euro per yen. That means 1 yen is equals to how much euros. Second one US dollar is equals to what will be the currency in euro, and 1 US dollar is equals to Australian dollar. 1 Chinese yen is equals to how much Australian dollar. So 1 Australian dollar is worth how much US dollar. And sixth question is 1 euro is equals to how much Australian dollar. And seventh Australian dollar to sterling pound, and again US dollar to sterling pound, right? So first question they are asking is euro with the yen. We need to establish the relationship between euro per yen is equals to what will be the worth of currency in euro, right? So in the given quotation, 1 euro is equals to euro is given with Australian dollar, and yen is given with the sterling pound. That is, bank A is offering yen against sterling pound, and bank B is offering euro against Australian dollar. Now we need to establish euro to yen, right? So directly we cannot calculate because both the banks are not directly offering euro against yen. So to establish this relationship, we need to consider all the quotations, and which are the quotations are relevant to establish the relationship between euro to euro to yen, right? Now, while considering quotation, see, the numerator and this denominator must be same so that you can simplify mathematically, right? So in the given quotation, euro, we need to calculate euro to yen, right? So now euro to Australian dollar is given. So one bank is offering euro with the Australian dollar. Now we need to focus two currencies. One is euro and another one is Chinese yen, right? Chinese yuan, Japanese yen, right? So Chinese yuan we need to calculate. Now euro to Australian dollar is given, and this another bank offers Australian dollar with sterling pound. That means euro per Australian dollar is the denominator, and in the another quotation Australian dollar is the denominator, so that we can simplify these two, right? Now in the another quotation we need to consider is, which quotation includes this one, yuan, right? So while calculating or while establishing relationship between euro to yen, one bank offers euro per Australian dollar. So Australian dollar, another bank offers Australian dollar to sterling pound. So why we need sterling pound? Because another bank which offers yen or yuan is offering against sterling pound. To buy the yen or yuan in this particular currency, Chinese yuan, we have to have sterling pound with us. To buy the sterling pound, see, we have euro and Australian dollar. I have euro. Assume that I have euro with me and I need to convert it to Australian dollar. Now, Australian dollar, again, Australian dollar cannot buy this yuan, Chinese yuan, right? So, to buy Chinese yuan, we need a sterling pound. To get the sterling pound, I have euro with me. I have to sell it to, I have to convert it against Australian dollar because I have to buy sterling pound. To buy sterling pound, I need Australian dollar. Now I am calculating as euro per Australian dollar it is given. So Australian dollar per sterling pound is also given. So this denominator and this denominator is the same. And another quotation we need is yuan to sterling pound. So that these two, numerator and denominator, is the same. Right? So in the given problem, euro to Australian dollar is given. Euro against Australian dollar. Euro per Australian dollar. We can read it as euro per single Australian dollar. It is given in the problem that 0.8457. 0.8457 multiplied by Australian dollar per single sterling pound. It is given that 2.0463. 2.0463, and this one is yuan per sterling pound, right? But we need sterling pound per yuan. That's why 7.3462 become the denominator. That's why 1 divided by 1 by 7.3462. While multiplying all these, you get the answer 0.2355. So 0.2355 of what? What will be the currency symbol with this answer? Right? So they are asking in question number 1 is 1 per yuan. Per yuan, that means 1 yuan is equals to euro 0.2355, right? Now, in the second question they are asking to establish the relationship between euro and US dollar. Now, in the given problem, euro is given against Australian dollar, right? See, suppose we have euro with us, we need to buy US dollar with the help of euro. Now, we have 0.8457 euro per Australian dollar with what we have with us, right? So 0.8457, with the help of this we need to buy US dollar, but no bank is offering US dollar against euro. But we have euro, we need to buy the US dollar now. So first of all, you have to buy the Australian dollar. See, directly, if the bank offering US dollar is accepting only sterling pound while exchanging dollar, right? So to get this US dollar, we have to have sterling pound with us. To have this sterling pound, the route is we have euro, we have to sell the euro and we have to convert it to Australian dollar first. We need to convert it Australian dollar to sterling pound again because we need sterling pound to exchange US dollar. We have euro with us. So directly you cannot convert euro with US dollar because no bank is offering euro against US dollar, right? So first of all, what you need to buy, which currency you must have to convert US dollar. So it is given this bank offers US dollar but against sterling pound only, no other currency is accepted. So to get this sterling pound, which is the way? We have euro with us. Euro per Australian dollar. We have to convert it to Australian dollar because to get that sterling pound, we have to have Australian dollar because another bank is offering Australian dollar against sterling pound. At the end, we need sterling pound to be converted with US dollar, right? So we have to establish the relationship between till here. That's why in the second question they are asking you need to establish relationship between euro with US dollar. So the one quotation we need is euro per Australian dollar. Second quotation we need is Australian dollar per sterling pound. Then we can convert it to US dollar per sterling pound. But while writing, again, denominator and this numerator, to simplify mathematically, we need to have the same currency as denominator and the same currency as numerator. Now, in the second to third quotation also, denominator is sterling pound, numerator is sterling pound. Then only you can simplify it, right? So, in the given quotation, euro per Australian dollar is given, that is 0.8457. The Australian dollar is sterling pound. Australian dollar per sterling pound is given, that is 2.0463. And sterling pound per US dollar is not given. In the given problem, it is given US dollar per sterling pound. So to convert sterling pound per US dollar, you have to redraft it as 1 divided by 1.6421, right? So you have to rearrange this quotation to get sterling pound, right? So the answer is 1.0538. So what they are asking here? They are asking euro per US dollar. Per US dollar means 1 US dollar is equals to euro 1.0538, right? So now the third question they are asking is Australian dollar per US dollar. To get this done, we need to focus on these two quotation because they are asking Australian dollar. Australian dollar is here. The given quotation is Australian dollar per sterling pound, and for US dollar another quotation is given, that means another bank is offering US dollar, but US dollar against sterling pound, right? So they are offering US dollar 1.6421 per sterling pound. So in the given problem, it is US dollar per sterling pound is given. But mathematically, if both the denominator is same, we cannot simplify it further. So we have to redraft this as sterling pound per US dollar, right? So Australian dollar per sterling pound is given, that the given quotation Australian dollar per sterling pound is given 2.0463. 2.0463 is given, and US dollar per sterling pound is given, but we need sterling pound per US dollar. That means 1 divided by 1.6421. So you need to calculate this. 1 divided by 1.6421 into 2.0463. That is 1.2461. So they are asking Australian dollar per US dollar. That means per single US dollar, Australian dollar 1.2461. Right? Very easy to simplify. Now the fourth question they are asking is, we need to establish the relationship between Australian dollar per yuan, Chinese yuan, right? So which are the two quotations we need to consider? They are asking Australian dollar and Chinese yuan. We need to establish the relationship between, right? So Australian dollar, in this quotation we have Australian dollar and sterling pound. And one more thing you need to focus is, in both the quotation, any currency should be common. Any currency must be common in both the quotations, right? While establishing relationship between these two currencies, we need to take the help of connected pair of currencies. Connected pair, in the connected pair, one currency must be common for these two quotations. See, in the given question they are asking Australian dollar per yuan, we need to calculate, right? So Australian dollar, in the given quotation Australian dollar is here, and against sterling pound is here. Another currency they are asking is Chinese yuan. Yuan is here and another currency is sterling pound. That means this sterling pound is common in both the quotation. So we can consider these two quotation now. Australian dollar, it is given that Australian dollar per sterling pound is given, and in another quotation yuan per sterling pound is given, right? But to simplify, we need this as a denominator and this as numerator. So we need to redraft it as Australian dollar divided by per sterling pound into sterling pound per Chinese yuan. That means Australian dollar per sterling pound is given as 2.0463 and yen per sterling pound is given, but we need sterling pound per yen. So to reverse it, 1 by 7.3462. Your answer will be 0.2785. We are taking 4 digits as pips in our answer. So the currency symbol the answer require is, they are asking Australian dollar per yuan. Per yuan means per single yuan. Australian dollar 0.2785. Please do remember, in some exam, without this currency symbol you will not get any marks. Even though your calculations are correct, 100% right, but if you are not mentioning currency symbol with your answer, then you won't get marks. Fine? So please do remember, currency symbol is very important while solving such type of question. Now, the fifth question they are asking is US dollar per Australian dollar. Now, which are the quotations we need to consider? US dollar is given in one quotation, that is US dollar per sterling pound is given. US dollar per sterling pound is given, and another quotation they are asking is Australian dollar. And in both the quotation, sterling pound is the common currency. That is also very important while selecting quotation, right? So US dollar, for US dollar it is given as US dollar per sterling pound, and Australian dollar we have Australian dollar per sterling pound. But we need this one as a denominator, this one as numerator, right? So we need US dollar per sterling pound multiplied by sterling pound by per Australian dollar. That is US dollar per sterling pound is given as 1.6421 and sterling pound per Australian dollar. Australian dollar per sterling pound is given, but we need sterling pound per Australian dollar. So 1 divided by 2.0463. That is 0.8024. The currency symbol required in answer is they are asking US dollar per Australian dollar. One Australian dollar is equals to US dollar 0.8024. Right? Similar question they are asking. Now, the sixth one, Australian dollar per euro. So, Australian dollar, euro per Australian dollar is given, but they need Australian dollar per euro. That means in the given quotation it is given as euro per Australian dollar. You need to calculate Australian dollar per euro. So, it is 1 divided by 0.8457. That is 1.1824. So per euro, that means 1 euro is equals to Australian dollar 1.1824. Right? In the seventh question, they are asking seventh question. It is sterling pound per Australian dollar. They are asking. In the given quotation, Australian dollar per sterling pound, that is 1 sterling pound is equals to Australian dollar 2.0463. But they are asking what will be the cost for 1 Australian dollar, that is per Australian dollar. Your answer will be 1 by 2.0463. That is 1 Australian dollar is equals to sterling pound 0.4886. And the last question they are asking, eighth one, sterling pound per US dollar. That is equals to US dollar per sterling pound is given in the problem. But they are asking, in the given quotation it is given as 1 sterling pound is equals to US dollar 1.6421. Now they are asking to calculate 1 US dollar is equals to what will be the sterling pound, what will be the value of sterling pound. So sterling pound per US dollar is equals to 1 divided by 1.6421. That is 1 by 1.6421 is 0.6089. That is, they are asking sterling pound per US dollar. That means 1 US dollar is equals to sterling pound 0.6089. Right? So it is very important while calculating cross rate is which are the quotation we need to consider first. Right? And after selecting the quotation, you need to draft it as one must be a numerator and the common currency must be numerator and the same currency must be denominator. Then only you can simplify it. Similar, and with the little bit increased complexity, we will solve some more problems. Thank you.